Alright guys, so as most of you guys know, there's a whole situation going on with cops killing people, people killing cops, and it's a sad time to live in this world right now. It's hard, it's tough, it's scary, there's a lot of stuff going on. So getting some of my influencer friends together to try and make awareness of the situation for those who don't know, and just to promote nonviolence in general. So that's what we're trying to do. You know, we have platforms with millions and millions of fans, and we should be heard, because being silent is worse than anything. Gotta speak out.
You know what I'm saying? That's not our issue. If the cop, if for it to be police change, the police have to recognize they have a problem. They never once did it. Since the beginning of time, you've never seen a cop just get acquitted. I mean, just get accused. They were acquitted. You look at Sandra Bland, look at Freddie Gray, you look at Eric Garner, you look at these two situations, Alton. Every time we get a situation, they get acquitted. So it's like, oh shit, here we go again. We know what the protocol is. You're gonna get a desk job, you're gonna be right back on duty in 2 years after they done paid off $6 million. If you look at the payoffs, I looked up the payoffs. All those families got paid. They paid them off to shut the fuck up. Give it here, it's $6 million or whatever.
6 mil?
6.5.
6.5 million. We're gonna just shut you up so you won't complain anymore, and we can just get you out here. All those families got paid off.
And that's life-changing money.
It's life-changing money. They in the hood. They can't even afford the sandwiches. So like, fuck it, I'm gonna just take this money. My brother dead. I can't beat the rap anyway. So what am I supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? So it's up to the cops to recognize the bad apples and say, look, you gotta get the fuck out of this force. And it starts with our government paying these cops more money so they can respect their jobs more. Because when you're getting no money, you're not gonna respect your job. How am I gonna respect my job? If I was a cop and I saw some bread sitting in the bag or whatever, I'm gonna just.
So how do we stop that then?
I might grab it.
How do we stop what?
They have to pay. I wouldn't mind paying extra tax money. We pay extra tax money for dumb shit. Why can't we pay extra money for our teachers? Why can't we pay extra tax money for our cops so that these people can go out there and then respect their job more? Because if a cop was getting paid what he felt he deserved by putting his life on the line every day, he's not gonna let bad seeds fuck that up. You won't see somebody, you're not gonna let nobody a ball let him fuck his job up. Be like, get the fuck out of here. I'm getting I'm good. So why would a cop do the same? If I saw that I was getting paid like that, I would be like, you know what? Shit, they paying me my money. You bad seed, get the fuck out of here. You ain't messing up what I'm getting right now. So then once the cops start to see that they're actually getting paid what they're worth, then they'll start kicking all these bad seeds out. And they'll stop doing all this negative shit. They'll say, get your racist ass off the force. We don't need you, and we don't need you around. So that's where it has to start. And when it comes out society, you put two dogs in a cage, of course they're gonna fight over crumbs. You ever been to the hood? I've been to the hood. I'm from the hood, and I'm scared to go to the hood. You know what I'm saying? You go in the hood, you see these people, they fighting over each other over crumbs. Of course they fighting over crumbs. Y'all killing each other. This still has nothing to do with the cops. People always do it. They always divert cops and say, well, you killing each other. That has nothing to do with the situation at hand. Why does everybody always got to bring up every extra situation when we're trying to deal with a certain situation? Black lives matter. Oh, every life matter. This is happening. There's always a rebuttal instead of dealing with the situation at hand and then diffusing it and then moving forward. And they never do that.
And I said that earlier. The thing to fight the idea is the people that are in the power to say, okay, you know what? We see what's going on. This is a problem. Because like you said earlier, we've tried to do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this. From the existence of us coming into this country, all we've ever wanted was just to be accepted, to be equal, to say, look, I'm not just a piece of property. I'm not just an animal or not just for your entertainment. No, I'm here as a human. I have breath in my body. I have eyes. I have blood, just like you do. So it's like, if you don't recognize that and you treat us as inferior or as an animal, then of course that deep-rooted idea of that has grown into what it is today.
Because black people never ask for more. They actually ask for equality. You never hear black people like, we want more than white folks. You never say we want more than that. They never ask for more. Have you ever seen black people say we want more? They say just want to be treated equal. Equal. After 400 years, we built your country. They're like, well, go back home. No, because they don't know us anymore. We have adapted to your society that you brought us to. And then you have other denominations saying, oh, well, you know, check this out. Like, y'all not the only ones suffering. Granted, we are not. But we didn't choose to come here. You guys chose to come here to live a better life in what you call the free world. We were brought to what you call the free world. And that's the difference that a lot of people don't see. And then until they see that,
that's exactly what I was saying earlier.
and until they you know, you got Latinos and Mexicans like, no man, we're going through it too. I get that. But you gotta understand, you ran here, you came here across the border, you jumping fences. We didn't come here, we was chilling, we was cool. Like, well, go back to Africa. I don't understand Africa. I don't speak the language.
And here's the thing. There's no way that we could say, okay, we're not a part of this country, because all of the American history, we're all intertwined in it, because our sweat, blood, and tears have done just as much.
We've been here since day one.
So it's like this. How can you say, oh, well, there's not a problem if you don't see, like Jane Elliott was saying, the video. She was like, how many white people in here would say, hey, I'll stand up and take how they're treating the black folks. I'll trade in that no one stood.
Right.
And she was like, that's a problem. Remember the Chris Rock joke? Chris Rock was like, he said, man, I bet you nobody in here want to take my position. Nobody want in here. I'm funny and rich, some whatever. And he was talking about how there's a busboy that even laughing at Chris Rock wouldn't even want to trade places with him, because why? Like, I'm cool. Why? I'm cool. Just even what you go through, I'm cool. I'll laugh at your jokes. I'll take, you know, your style, your dance moves, your gear, your whole culture, but I'm cool on actually living that. And that's where it's like this. Okay, look, we get it. We're all in this together. We think that we're on two separate boats. We're in the same America. We're using the same water.
At the same time.
We're using the same water. We got the same water, same time. We're going down the same streets, walking the same blocks,
living in the same apartment complex.
In the same apartment complexes. And it's like this. You mean to tell me that you don't see the problem here, but everybody like, oh, pray for such and such because of ISIS and whatever. No, we need to pray for us. Like right here, there's a systematic problem that if we don't fight this idea, we're gonna kill ourselves. Everybody's gonna kill it. Because right now, it almost looked like the Purge the other night. I was like, damn. And it's crazy how the whole Purge franchise is huge. Yeah. Because people are immune to that. They can kind of, you know, attest to that. They like, you know, that don't look too far-fetched. Like, what if I had to go out and murder some cat and purge and whatever? I can see myself doing that.
The media makes it worse because you're looking at social media and then you see somebody shooting from a rooftop and 5 seconds later somebody on the ground. But then it's a lone gunman. This motherfucker jumped 20 floors and he got out there in 4 minutes and then and then he's over in the garage. This motherfucker must be a superhero. And it's funny that they chose the first victim, or suspect, I'm sorry. He posted his face up so fast.
Yeah.
He got his face up fast. He was walking with his brother, and they kept his face up until
they still got it up.
They still
got it up on the Dallas police.
On the Dallas police department, his face is still there. And the funny thing is, they wasn't going to take it down until social media let them know that it wasn't.
Because they had to show the footage.
They had to show the footage. And they show the footage of some random guy out on the streets like, yo, how they blaming that other black dude? Ain't that him right there?
The shots was fired and the suspect was walking by the camera like, y'all hear the bullets?
He like, yo, what happened? They shooting, man. Let me go give my gun to a cop real quick. I ain't trying to be part of this. So he walking to give his gun to a cop while he's all over the news as the suspect. And it's only until we start getting these cameras that we see this going on. Because if we didn't have these cameras, they would have kept him as a suspect.
He would have been the suspect.
And he went in there, and he said when he went into the jail, they said he shot somebody. He said they had a whole. You can look at the video.
They had everything.
They had everything on. They said he was killing people. He was doing this, that. Now he said they had a whole thing written down for what he did. And he said, nah, but they got me on this film right here, chilling, helping the girl.
And here's the thing. And now this second suspect. We don't know. I mean, they put this picture, and it's like they're like, well, you know, he got a robot bomb.
He got killed by a robot bomb.
And here's the thing: we don't really. I mean, it's like this. Okay. Last night it was like, yo, there's two suspects. We caught two of them.
No,
there's another one. There's one on the roof. There's one down here. I'm like, now they're like, yo, he acted alone. He did his whole thing. I'm like, yo, this cat knocked out 5 skilled cops. Like
11.
Well, 11, but killed 5.
11,
and
but
I'm
killed
like,
5.
All right, so now it's kind of hard. You don't know what to believe.
I think it's 12 actually. They said 7.
Yeah, so you go, wait, so this dude acted alone and did all of this? I mean, you don't know kind of what to believe.
Because
it's,
because the problem lies, it's like, okay, this guy is shooting from up here and he's shooting from down here. And these are social media videos going on at the same time. So how can one guy be in 2 places killing 2 people at the same time and then your third guy that you're accusing be walking the streets free? So then it becomes a problem. So then he said, this is what they said, the suspect said that he put bombs in all these places. Why did they say that? So they could clear out downtown. Get all the fucking cameras out here. We gotta come up with an excuse. So now they ain't got no more cameras. So now the news can manipulate the story any way they want now. So then they finally got a new suspect. You can't say that y'all gonna see him on camera, and where's he at? Can we question him? No, because we blew him up with a robot bomb. The first ever robot bomb. Blew him up. We never heard of a robot bomb.
Never.
Ever. In history.
You would see that shit?
I want to hear the negotiation tapes.
And
Let
then
me
they said,
hear him say
in the
what he
negotiation
said.
tapes,
Because they was like, yo, he was talking about he hate white people, he want to kill them, he want to kill them. I'm like,
well, anybody that shoots a cop in any situation, it's like vulgar display of power. It's like everybody is locked and loaded. They're pulling out robot bombs, like exactly. Like so that mentality is like.
So they had a SWAT team there. SWAT team, they're skilled. They go to kill. They're not.
And if this guy is so armed that he could get from there to there in 2 minutes,
Impossible.
Which is impossible, by the way. If he could get from where you saw the first video to when the second video posted, it was about a 4-minute, time difference. If he could get from that 20th floor in that building across the street, he must have been Usain Bolt with a rifle, and he got across the street through all these cops to get across the street to shoot up more cops. Okay, maybe he did it in 4 minutes. He was the best tactical person.
Or he just had mega hops.
Yeah, he jumped out the window. So the best tactical.
Didn't even roll his ankle.
He didn't roll an ankle.
Best tactical person ever just made it across the street. Okay, we give him that. So now after he makes it across the street, if he got those skills, you mean to tell me one of them little rovers that come in, he's not just like, get that bullshit out of here. Come on. You mean to tell me a robot bomb rolls up in there and he don't see it coming?
Yeah.
That's all you could come up with in the morning is a robot bomb. And they want us to just take this bullshit. But before, when it was flooded with people and they tried to blame the suspect, people were getting it on camera saying, nah, this suspect is right here, you're lying. But now they can't question this guy because he was blown in smithereens. He disappeared by a robot bomb. So you can't question him. So all we got to go by, we have to just settle again and be like, all right. It was, and then the first picture they posted is him with his black fist up.
I actually, right before I came here, I was watching the news, and like that's what I saw. Like when they posted his picture, like there's pictures of him in military, representing our military. But then the news just decided to put him in like
black fist up.
And so this is what
what picture did they post? Yeah. This picture that they posted
with the grill.
Not just the one with the grill. No. The news posted his mugshot in the jumpsuit. They didn't post him with his family. They dug up a picture of him in the mugshot. They posted him in his orange jumpsuit.
See, but this was going to happen. This was going to happen because we're so image driven. We're a society driven by images. When you see an image, that drives a certain emotion.
Yeah.
So you see this dude here. What's happening is that's going to put an idea into, say, the non-African Americans. What's going to happen is they go,
Look at
okay, he hate all whites, he hate all whatever. This gets an emotion driven up. You know what I'm saying? So what's happening is a bigger divide now, a bigger divide. But what I was saying earlier is that the problem is that number one, people don't recognize that we're all in this country together, right? That's number one. We're saying, we pledge allegiance, we're Americans and whatever. If we're talking about we love this country and this and that, whatever, we got to figure out the bigger issue. Because this all right now feels like a bigger agenda of like, whatever the agenda is. If it's gun control, if it's martial law, if it's whatever, it feels like. I'm not saying I don't want to be out there like, no, this is what it is, but I'm saying this is what it feels like. And what's happening is that it's an easy divide coming in, and it's like we got to figure out, okay, how do we sit and maturely talk about what's going on? Everybody is now, look, we can sit down and maturely say, okay, let's have a dialogue. Let's sit down and see what the problem is. You know what I'm saying? Because there is a racism that still exists heavy. And if you're not recognizing, if you're not seeing it, then it's like you're not living in America. You're not living in America if you do not see that. There's no way we should sit here and have this Oscar is so black and whatever. There's no, why? Why do we have to do all of that? Why do we have to have a NAACP? Why do we have to have a BET? Why? Because it's like this. From the jump, like I said, the only thing that we've always been chasing after in this country as African Americans is identity. That's it. Identity. What's an identity? That's just saying like you recognize who I am, you hear me. I'm something too, you value who I am as a human being. That's what an identity is. And it's like this. That's literally what we've been chasing from being brought over here out of the 5 waves of ethnicities that came over. We're the 5th one that came over of our own, not of our free will. It was like, yo, get over here. And there was no identity. It's like, yo, let's strip these cats mentally, brainwash and captivate them. And then let's even turn them on themselves so that this cycle can continue to go. Light skin, dark skin, whatever you want to call it. And then it's a whole racial thing that encapsulates everybody. And they're like, cool, there's control now.
And
why?
the thing is not with
this and that.
With the light skin, dark skin thing, it's not even a myth. It was written. They specifically wrote down the rules. Willie Lynch, which is where the word lynch came from when they started lynching people. Willie Lynch wrote down rules and said, this is how we keep them enslaved for over 100 years.
Of course.
So he wrote down, he said, we're going to put the light inside the house, put the dark outside, and it's written down, look it up. He said, we'll put the dark outside the house and make them battle with each other. That way they won't battle with us, because if they come together in numbers, they'll overpower us. But as long as they continue to fight amongst each other, we can keep them enslaved.
And you know what's crazy? This is what...
You know what? From what you said right there too, like, and
until this day we still argue.
In my head, like what I see and like what we know as like a country, there's like a huge class disparity.
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
Like they're keeping low income people like in certain areas, and it's just unless things change like from the 1%, we're not gonna have money to like spread across equally to get like cops equal pay, teachers equal pay, to put in like the right school systems and like the right it's just a downward spiral.
Now here's the issue: certain jobs getting paid too much, and certain jobs getting paid too little. Like if you look at this new
895 million,
4 million for 2 years, you only give them 50.
Mm-hmm.
Take 4 million of that and give it to some teachers, so they can feel like they want to go to school and educate the students. Teachers like, fuck it. They punching students. They walking out of students because they don't care. You walk in class and then your teacher asks you, what are those? Because you can't afford shoes. You walking in, you just want to educate. So you have good people who say, yo, I want to go to school. I want to educate these students. But then like my sister, she's been a teacher for years. And she's like, I don't know what to do. I send her money every month. I'm like, she don't know what to do. She's like, I want to educate my kids, but I can't even afford my own kids. And then the thing is, it's like, for example, my son, he's a piece of shit because he acts up in school. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, Tavion, you gotta stop acting up in school. You can't be that type of kid. And this is what happens. When they act up in school, and the ones who act up in school, they stop teachers from getting a bonus. When they stop teachers from getting a bonus, I went to the school and I talked to the teacher. I said, can you give my son that, so he can pass this, that, and the other? She said, no, because he stopped me from getting my bonus. Now I can't take my son to Disneyland that I've been working for 3 years. My son goes to Disneyland every fucking year. So you mean to tell me you acting like a fool and fucked up her chances with her child from going somewhere that you get to go every day, you privileged ass motherfucker? It's a problem. So teachers are like, man, I don't care about these kids. I can build. Their minimums are so low. You know what I'm saying?
My cousin is actually the principal down at Jordan Watts.
So we coming up with a skit right now.
Hey, you know how you read
the message.
And it says interior day, 12 noon.
Melvin over there putting in his work.
You got no.
Damn, Melvin don't be writing his skits. He got a ghostwriter. How you struggling right now?
You got a ghost?
He got a ghostwriter? He got a ghostwriter writing his vines?
Come on, man.
Look at why you typing the key so hard. Non-violence, come on. He's so violent on my keyboard.
Being violent to that ASDS.
Come on.
JKL symbol calling me.
MacBooks matter.
At home row, he being violent to the home row. Who's that home row violence?
Look at his face, the face you make when you being roasted by the group chat.
I ain't being roasted. I got a lot of stuff to say, and they trying to limit my whole standpoint to
6 seconds.
4 seconds of dialogue.
Because everyone gotta speak.
Nigga.
All lives matter. Bars. This is deep. All right, let's see what he came up with.
Oh shit. It ain't good. I don't understand this.
I like. You said nothing about non-violence.
Yeah, I did. Nigga.
like the.
We're not going out. These are
I swear, where do we
both
go from there?
Okay. All right. Woody, you up?
You are.
I already went, but let's go.
They gave Woody a filler. How you have me respond to Woody and Woody ain't rolled yet?
Huh? He wrote. Oh, he wrote
Oh,
that.
we going back and forth?
You just doing one more go back.
So I go back there?
So you respond to that.
More violence? More violence?
Yeah, with more violence.
You know what I'm saying? I want to see it too, you know?
Woody got them straight page Kennedys.
What?
Them teeth.
Black or
My
white.
teeth always been straight.
Mexican.
Really? You ain't have Invisalign?
Yeah, I got a Invisalign.
Yeah. Nah, see, I seen you since you had that Invisalign on.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For years.
For years?
Someone gets bumped up. He was like, damn.
Can you
Okay.
Like, you know.
I guess I ain't never look at them there.
I was thinking, okay, what about,
No, I'm
okay, what if,
Or then what? And I leave us both blind.
what if we all
Yo, here, Lele. Just film Powerpuff Girls. When does it come out on YouTube?
Comes out on Wednesday. You know who's gonna be in it? Keep Back,
Hey!
Sofia Vergara,
Hey!
Amanda Cerny,
Hey!
Lulu Gonzalez,
Hey!
me,
Hey!
and this Mexican kid.
Who's the Mexican kid? Okay. All right. Well, it's okay. We'll figure it out when you put the video up.
Yes, yes.
All right, y'all. So as you can see, that was the day. Shot the video about the whole situation going on. Then I helped Lele shoot her video. Now I'm gonna edit this one, but I mean, you know, it's a sad time right now that we're living in, and we all gotta be smart about it and just trying to use our voice to try and make a difference in any way possible. So but yeah, hope you guys are having a great day. Stay safe, be positive, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thumbs up, subscribe. Love you guys. Peace.